Hello ladies, so I got a great question from an email subscriber yesterday, Barbara it was, who was wondering how she can be so good on her plan for a certain period of time and be sticking with everything and following through with all the actions that she needs to get in shape, and then just fall off track all of a sudden and then revert back to old habits. Well, there really could be thousands of reasons as to why this is happening. But I've identified four big reasons as to why women in general struggle to stay on track with their weight loss plans long term. So reason number one is often the case when women start the weight loss journey is they take on too many new things at once. They might sign up to an online plan or start a new diet, which is expecting them to now work out 4 times a week, which is expecting them to cook the meals in advance, to eat new foods that they've never tried before. All these new behaviours and habits are just thrown at them all at once and they're expected to implement them immediately. You might be able to stick with this for 2 to 3 weeks with huge amounts of willpower, but it's just simply not sustainable long term. It takes a long time to instill new habits and behaviours into our lifestyles. You can't just implement all these brand new behaviours that you previously never had before and expect them to happen automatically on autopilot and you can just do it easily. The only way you're sticking with that type of plan is huge amounts of willpower, and as I said, that's only going to last so long. So think about implementing things slowly. Implement new habits on a one at a time basis. So I think of habits as, well, habits are automatic behaviours. It's when things just happen automatically and routinely without even having to think about it. So for example, brushing your teeth, that's a habit. You don't have to wake up in the morning and think about, oh, I need to brush my teeth, or set a reminder on your phone, brush your teeth tomorrow. It just happens naturally. Same as driving a car. You don't have to think about changing gear or pushing the clutch down at a certain period of time. It happens. And that's exactly how you want your health habits to be. You don't have to think about drinking 2 litres of water and eating this type of meal and doing a food shopping and having this much protein. How great would it be to just let them things happen naturally and you not even have to think about it? But to get to that place, for me it's taken a long period of time because I've been in my health and fitness game for over 10 years and been interested in fitness all my life. It takes a long time for these to get instilled. You can't just expect them all to happen straight away. So just think about the one biggest habit that you could install now that would make a big difference in your weight loss. So it might be, for example, eating a portion of protein with every meal. You might not be used to that beforehand, but eating a portion of protein every meal. Focus all your energy on eating protein with every single meal and consider, and repetitively and repeat that on a day-to-day basis until all of a sudden it just clicks, and this is just an automatic behaviour then. It's instilled as a habit. You don't have to think about it. It just happens naturally. And then you move on to the next most important habit. It might be drinking 2 litres of water. Think about implementing this for a set period of time until that gets instilled as a habit, and then it happens automatically. And keep repeating this process until you've got all these great habits that are required to stay in shape long term happen naturally. How good would that be? So think about that. How can you break it down and do things a little bit slower to make sure it sticks with you long term? So reason number two is, most people don't enjoy weight loss or exercise and they find it miserable and dreary eating bland rabbit food, salad leaves and plain lettuce leaves and plain chicken breasts, and then go in the gym and doing a workout in front of guys dropping weights everywhere in a really intimidating environment and running on a treadmill for an hour. It's not enjoyable. If I said to you, if you slap yourself in the face 10 times a day, you will lose half a pound every day. You know what, you might start off slapping yourself in the face 10 times a day and walking around with red rosy cheeks for a week. You might be able to do that because you want to lose the weight. And then you maybe think, do you know what, I'll do it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks if you're really that desperate to lose the weight. But there'll come a time where you say, do you know what, I'm pretty sick of slapping myself in the face. I'm not enjoying this anymore. It's painful and it's miserable. I'm just going to go back to my old ways, which wasn't as miserable as this. And that's the same with weight loss. If you're not enjoying the journey, how are you going to stick with this for the next 10, 15, 20 years? It's not going to happen. It's only going to happen for a short period of time. So think about how you can make the journey more enjoyable. Could you, find some recipes that you really like the taste of that are low calorie and healthy? Could you find an exercise regime that you actually really enjoy? Like my Supermum Club, for example, which is coming to Epsom in September. Remember that. And stay tuned. where you actually enjoy the exercise. It's fun, it's challenging, you're working out with like-minded people who are all in it together, and it's a high intensity fun environment. That makes exercise enjoyable. That makes you want to come back week after week rather than sticking on a bloody cross trainer for an hour in an intimidating gym. Find ways to make this journey enjoyable. And then step 3, life's not easy. We come against, stresses in our lives, like maybe it's a relationship issue or a career issue, or things are happening at work, or something's happening with the kids. Maybe it's even a personal issue. Maybe you're suffering with anxiety, or you get a little bit down and depressed now and again. And if you've got this big grey cloud over your head all of the time, it's very hard to focus your energy into a weight loss journey and be successful with it when this is nagging and hanging over your head all the time. So you need to get rid of that, grey cloud over your head. You need to be in a good headspace to lose weight effectively and long term. So think about what is the one thing you can do to start bringing that stress level from up here to down here. You might not completely remove it, but how can you bring that stress level down so it's not affecting your life as drastically as it is now, and it'll allow you to put more of your energy into your weight loss and your nutrition and your training without falling off track. And then step 4, think about your social circles. Who do you spend a lot of time with? As much as you love your family and your partner or kids, they might not be on this journey like you. They might not want to lose weight, and they might want to have dessert after dinner. They might want to sit and watch telly all night and eat popcorn. You love them, but they're not helping you at all in your weight loss efforts. You need to be spending time with people who want to do the same thing as you, who all want to exercise and get in shape, who want to eat healthy meals on a day-to-day basis. You need to surround yourself with these positive people to make sure that you stick to it as well. It makes it so much easier to stick to a plan when you're around people who are all in the same boat as you. So exactly like the reason why I've created the Supermum Club is I've created an environment for women to come and train together and create a support group where they can interact with each other and talk about the struggles and issues that they might be having and work together to achieve that result. Surround yourself with the right people makes a massive difference in your chances of success. So I hope those 4 reasons helped. You might have sort of thought of a couple of things there, or a light bulb went off and think, that is exactly why I can't stick with the plan long term. It's because I don't enjoy exercise, or it's because I've just gone through a breakup. It might have just rang that little bell that's made you think, this is what I need to do first before I can be successful with my weight loss long term. So I hope that video helped, Barbara, and I hope it's rung a few bells or like set off a light bulb for you. And if there's any more questions about it, don't hesitate to contact me, and I will talk you through any other ways that might be useful for you. Okay, so enjoy your weekend, guys, and I will speak to you soon.